Hello, it's Kate, TheLowSimmer. Hoping you are well. I'm showing you a build today that I actually did back in October, and it's currently January. So this is a 3-month-old build, and I don't fully remember everything that I did, but I do really like the build, and I did want to share it with you, and it's just been sitting in my files. This video has been sitting in my files, and I thought I can get this together and put it out there. You know, maybe nobody will care about it because obviously we've had changes in the Sims since then. We've had expansion packs and kits come out since then, but nonetheless, I thought it was worth sharing. This is in the world of Granite Falls. It is a vacation home. So in Granite Falls is one of the worlds that you can only do a vacation rental in. You have to go on vacation. You can't just visit this world, in the middle of the day, which is a real shame. I really wish you could at least go to like the national park on the middle of the day or something, but you can't. And so this is a vacation rental. And I think what's really good about being able to build in The Sims is you can create an interesting place that will force you to use one of the worlds that you maybe don't use very much, or one of the lots that you don't use very much. And that's exactly what my goal was with this. Is Granite Falls is fine. I like to keep a few lots that have nothing on it, so I can do the whole, roughing it in a tent kind of story with my Sims. But I also like the idea of the cabins that they currently have, where it's like we have several beds in here. There's no TVs, there's no screens. There might be like a music device, but there's usually like a bookcase and some outdoor activities to do, and that's it. And so I wanted to make a place that was like a modern version of that style wise, and I wanted it to have a lot more to do. So I created kind of a similar vibe where there's no TV, there's no, there's a desk, but they'll have to bring their own laptop or something, which is totally reasonable and realistic to happen on vacation. But I wanted it to look like this place was just set up for the family to come and stay here for a week or two. So I ended up putting quite a lot of beds in here, especially kids' beds. I think I made it look like 2 couples could be here with all their kids, and, like 2 large families. So I thought that was a lot of fun. Maybe you could come here with, your brother and his family, or you can come here with, your grandparents and they have their own room, or whatever it is. But I also really enjoyed just making this place look like you're staying there temporarily, which is the case. So instead of having like a full dresser there, I put the luggage that we got from that we got from Growing Together. I put it in every room, and like the kids' rooms have kind of the kid luggage, and the more adult looking rooms have more adult looking luggage. And I loved the way that looked in this build. I also did sleeping bags everywhere. I really wanted this to feel as though you were truly on vacation here, and this is not your permanent place of living. And it could be something, it could be like one of those Airbnbs or Verbos that somebody owns this really nice piece of property, but they rent it out to others. And so, it's pretty plain, but it also has all of the right amenities because it's managed by a real person. You don't have to go to a hotel lobby to get an extra toothbrush or something. So a lot of that stuff is already here. And I also like the idea that when your Sims come here, it looks like they've been here for a few days. So there's already the luggage everywhere, and there's already maybe a little bit of a mess in the bathroom or in the kitchen. I thought that was a really good idea. And really enjoyed using the bathroom clutter kit. I always enjoy using the bathroom clutter kit, though, because it really adds so much life to the build, I think. So it kind of did an interesting floor plan, but at the same time, I was keeping in mind that this is a vacation home, not like your typical home. So there's a very grand living room space. There's a grand upstairs loft space and grand outdoor porches, which I thought was all very appropriate for putting skill building items or just fun activities, recreational activities that you could have for gameplay when you're on vacation, and things that make sense for when you're on vacation. I so enjoyed this room that I did on the bottom floor where I put so many beds in it. I did the bed that has a full-size bed underneath it, so you could really sleep 3 people in this one configuration of a bunk bed. And I put a baby crib in there. So I thought that was really nice because it's like a whole family could be in this room if they needed to. And then I have another room upstairs that kind of makes it look like the primary suite. Like maybe these are the people that are footing the bill for the vacation, or they're the ones that organize the vacation or whatever. But they have the nicest bedroom that's most spacious and has just a double bed in it and no kid stuff. And then there's 2 rooms that are very kid-oriented rooms, and I may have even put more sleeping bags. I love the sleeping bags that we got with growing together. So I put the sleeping bags kind of in some rooms and maybe even in the loft space too, so it could just look like you can really fit a lot of people here. And this was also right after Home Chef Hustle came out, so I was really happy to use some of the appliances, because a waffle maker is not something that I would use on my day-to-day, but if I'm on vacation, I would totally make waffles. So I put a waffle maker in the kitchen. I was pretty happy with how cluttered everything looked. Like I said, I wanted it to feel like your Sims are vacationing here for a week or 2, and so things are kind of messy because you're living out of a suitcase and you're in a strange house. And, you know, there's not as much storage as there would be in your own house. And so there's just kind of stuff everywhere, which I think feels very realistic. I was really happy with that. Really enjoyed kind of mixing this rustic look of a cabin with more of a modern aesthetic. So the architecture is pretty modern, but everything in the house, to me, feels cozy. And there are definitely some modern pieces. I mean, the kitchen's very modern in my opinion. It definitely goes with the style of the home. And then some of the furniture pieces are too. And then some of the furniture pieces are just cozy. They're your typical rustic, cozy pieces. So I felt like that worked well. I also wanted this to work for pets. So I have a few items for pets in and around the place. I think I might have a cat tree upstairs. And maybe, I hope I put some dog bowls. I don't know if I did like the water and food bowls, but hopefully I did. And wanted it to look as though you could read a book here. There's a bunch of board games that you could play with the family here. But again, no screens. Didn't want there to be any TV. It's like, hey, kids, we watch TV all the time as a survival mode at home. We are out, and you are going to go do something adventurous, do something different, use your brain in a different way. That's what vacation is about. So there is no TV and there is no computer, but there is a desk, and you can bring a laptop, which I think is reasonable. I think a lot of people who go on vacation these days, they still have to check their email, unfortunately, while they're out. But it's realistic, I feel. So I really enjoyed cluttering this place up, making it look homey and like just a cozy place to go on vacation. Now, the other funny thing about this is a movie has come out since I built this called Leave the World Behind on Netflix. It's Mahershala Ali and Julia Roberts kind of star in it. And Ethan Hawke, I think. So it is a kind of a spooky movie, and I'm not going to give you spoilers. It's interesting though, because they basically go on vacation, and then a lot of weird things start happening. And so, and the house is perfect. The house is this beautiful modern place that's also kind of cozy, very much the vibes that I was going for here. Though it looks nothing like this house, but the movie came out after this, and now as I'm talking about this vacation space, I'm thinking about the movie Leave the World Behind and how that ended up not being a good situation. But my intent for this was that you would have a good, fun place to vacation with your family, and a reason to use the Granite Falls world, which I don't use as much as I could. It's a decent world. It's just a little bit, like the aspiration that comes with the pack and everything is very specific to that world. So it's not, which is why it was a game pack and not an expansion pack for sure, because it doesn't impact your game side of this world. But it is nice to have rentals. It is nice to have like a place to go camping. I do kind of wish that you could visit these places in the middle of the day and not have to, you know, go on vacation for 4 days or something to come out here. And you can see I'm populating the outside, and like I said, I wanted it to have just loads of activities. Really want this to look like a place that you can settle down with like 8 people for a long period of time. Oh, I did put down I put down a litter box, and I put down some food bowls. So good. So you can bring your pets here, and everything should be ready for them. Gaming table, did a little bit of music. I think there's yoga, there's painting. You know, I wanted a little bit of skill building, and I wanted a little bit of just recreational activity. And I think that this could really meet those needs. So if you are looking for a place for your Sims to go on vacation and not be bored, I think this is a great option. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're keeping things to a low simmer, and I'll talk to you again soon.